Gothic Angel here, and today I am doing a review of Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And I really like the imagery. I was raised Roman Catholic, and there was certain imagery that it was associated with Mary, and it was very serene imagery. And one of the reasons that I really loved this deck was that it took on a different sort of an imagery, and we'll get into the images later, but for now, the artwork that is done here is by Shiloh, Sophia, McCloud. And I really, really want to emphasize that, because I cannot say enough how important it is to me that artists get recognized for the artwork that they have done. And one of the things that really is beautiful about this deck is exactly that, the artwork. Now, this is put out by Blue Angel, and as always, a good sturdy deck, so, or box I should say. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and we'll take a look at the guidebook. This is quite a bit bigger than some of the little guidebooks that come in with some of the other Blue Angel books, or oracle decks, and it is a really comprehensive read. It gives a couple spreads, an introduction, and I mean, in total we have, let's go take a look here, 100, and let's remove all the advertising, 184 pages. And there's no color images, and the images are small, so it's a fair bit of information, particularly healing information, about the healing process, affirmation, really, really insightful healing information. And Mary, in all the religions across the world, or I shouldn't say all the Christian religions across the world, as well as the Muslims and even Mary was also Jewish. I've always seen her myself in a lot of my visions, a lot of my any times that I was dealing or coping with anything. Mother Mary was always part of me. So I don't know how she was accessed, but she was always very big to me. I have another deck that is strictly Mary, and that is one from Hay House, and I love that one as well. But one of the things about this, the red imagery, this might sound a silly thing, but I wanted a red deck. And I can remember seeing this beautiful red deck and thinking to myself, what deck is that? What deck is that? I want that deck. And when I found that this was the Mother Mary deck, I was really excited. So, good cards, excellent cards, always excellent cards. So we'll take a look at some of the images here. And we'll start with the back. I'm going to go from the back to the front. We have Our Lady of Charity. Now, they all have a different color border. There's 44 cards altogether, so we're just going to go through these really quickly. Striking imagery. I just love this. No two images are so alike. They're just so much of what I have read about Mary through the times was just how, in what high regard she was to everyone. I mean, this is a lady that angels came to speak to. Our Lady of Nourishment, Our Lady of Radiant Grace. There are so many. Look at the color on that. I just love that. Our Lady who gives peace. Our Lady of the Sacred Sisterhood. Our Lady of Growth Assured. Just feel that energy off that. Our Lady of Starting Over. This is one soul that could totally understand loss and persecution and, imagine. I mean, she's a virgin and she finds herself to be with child in a time being raised very strictly in, a Jewish family. This would not have been okay. And just how she carries that, just so beautiful. The imagery, the serenity. I can't wait to find out the titles of these cards and what they're connecting to, but there's the energy that comes from them is beautiful. Beautiful, healing, forgiving, kind, encouraging energy that comes from them. And it isn't normally a style of artwork that I'd be attracted to, but I find, and I know that I will use these in a very meditative process because they are just so connected and so so gentle, welcoming, forgiving. There's just so many words that I could use for this. And what I do know is that I feel welcome to this deck. I feel invited. I feel invigorated. I feel loved. I feel it's a generous, kind, loving deck. And I believe that we feel these things from the decks, whether we know it or not. I intuitively pick these things up, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. So that was the 44 cards, and it was the Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And again, I'd like to mention the artwork by Shiloh, Sophia, McCloud. Gothic Angel, saying bye for now.